Hello, it's David and
Nige
from David's Every Electrical Services Limited, and we are out in the sunshine this afternoon, aren't we, Nige? Enjoying a beer, or Nige would be if I were to pass him the bottle opener. There you go, old sport.
Thanks very much.
Oh, magic.
Seamus Lager.
Jesus, I made a right mess of that.
Young man's beer.
But why are we out here this afternoon, Nigel? Two reasons. First of all, it's Friday. And,
it's warm.
Yeah, secondly, the sun's shining. And thirdly, we've just had enough for one day, haven't we, Nige?
Yep,
So we decided to hell with it, and we would come and sit out here. But we do have something quickly to talk about in an ad hoc way, a bit of a surprising way, because we didn't really expect to have this thing. And that's the Klein Tools cooler box.
Yeah, cooler box.
Interestingly enough, which you may think is a bit of a strange thing to be talking about, and that's why Nige is here, because he's probably better qualified to talk about these things than me, because I'm not a camper or anything. Nige does have a camper van which you use for things like what did you call it? Dogging, was it that you said you used it?
Yes, dogging. And the wife likes to steam up a window or two occasionally.
So you probably know more about cooler boxes than I do. And whatever it is you get up to in that mobile.
It's quite a tough one, I'll give it that. It's not flimsy at all, is it?
No, and I have to say as well that I suppose people watching this might think that we've been sucking the old Klein schlong a little bit lately, because we had all sorts of Klein stuff on, haven't we? But I have to say that the rolling tool bag, the clamp meter, the USB tester, these were all things that we bought and purchased off our own backs, and weren't asked to.
Yep.
We weren't given them, weren't asked to do anything about them. But this thing, they actually gave us. I had a call yesterday from Super Rod, who I think must be Klein's distributor in the UK. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
And he said, I've got something for you. He, as a surprise, presented me with this. Now, I suspect that what's happened here is that Klein in America have perhaps sent this over to them and said, what do you think of this? And they've sort of kicked it around the office a bit and said, I'm not really needed in England. We can't see tradespeople buying cooler boxes. It's not like it's Arizona or something over here. And, so they thought, well, should we just get rid of it? Who do we know that might be able to benefit from a cooler box in the UK? What kind of? Yeah,
I mean, I've read the bump, and it's definitely American. They say you can sit on it, and it'll hold up to £300.
300 quid?
£300.
What the hell is £300 in proper terms?
Well, it's an American thing, isn't it? So if you weigh £300 and you need a plastic seat.
I remember from my rolling toolbox that £200 was 90 kilos. So there you go.
200, I think it's around about the 100 kilos.
You're probably looking at, I don't know, 150 kilos, something like that.
Yeah.
It's probably about the weight of you. But
I mean, to be fair, it seems well made. It seems better made than some of the stuff you'll buy at, I don't know, Go Outdoors or something.
The strap's quite sturdy. It looks like a seatbelt, in fact.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it is kind of a seatbelt, isn't it?
Now, how much does it hold, Nigel? That's the important thing. How much beer can we actually get into?
I reckon you'd get about 18 cans in there, maybe 16 litres.
What does it say on here? It's got to say something.
I reckon 18 cans, looking inside of it.
Well, we've only got 2 cans of special brew with us today. We're a bit short on the old booze.
But I reckon the best part, I've looked inside of this, and you open it up, there's a flappy bit in there where I could keep my cheese squares.
Cheese squares, indeed. I think they say
pickled onions.
You can use it for your pills as well. So you can put your Viagra and your Sanatogen in there.
Yes, my prostate pills.
Indeed.
My cheese squares, a couple of pickled onions.
Man knows how to live. There's no seal on that, so if you're filling that with something with ice or whatever, you wouldn't want to put too much in there.
That's all right. It opens out like that. You can put your can on there.
It will take a decent amount of speckled hen, we find.
It will. One can of speckled hen. It will take.
Yeah, one can of speckled hen, 5 litres that is. And then there's probably still room for a couple of special brews on top of that.
A couple of mental brews.
No problem there. I mean, that would take us. That would keep us going on one particular job, wouldn't it, Nige? For a short time.
It would. Probably even fit a couple of these cans of Corona pop in.
Well, there you go, 136 kilograms.
There you go.
17 quarts.
17 quarts? Is that a quarter of a gallon?
I don't know. You never got the hang of the metric system.
I'm not sure. A quart. That's a
it's all right, they've converted it here. 16 litres, or an 18 can capacity.
There you go, I said 18 cans. I thought it'd take 18 cans. If there was a competition, I would have won that.
Stainless steel hinge, shoulder straps, so you can padlock it. That's important if you're working with plumbers, of course.
Wonder if you could stand on it to reach a rose. No?
Not supposed to stand on it.
No, does it say there?
Pretty sure I saw it somewhere saying you can sit on it but don't stand on it. But it will keep your sandwiches cool and your drinks. It's got a recessed lid as well for taller bottles, litre bottles.
Yeah, it says it will take a litre, but what if it's a real skinny and long bottle? It won't take a litre then, will it? You need a particular width of bottle to fit in there for a litre.
Depends on bottle shape, I suppose. Now, I don't think that. I suspect they're probably not going to get sold in this country. No. Certainly, they're not on cities. And like I say, I think Klein have just they've had it around the office for a while, and they thought, well, we'll give it to that fool on YouTube.
What is it? Do you put cool things in and it keeps them cool like a vacuum flask, or are you supposed to stuck it with those blocks of ice or something?
It's foam lined, so you could either chuck ice into it, or you could use the freezer blocks.
In fact, because it's waterproof, that would be good. Half fill it with ice, stick your beer in there, and it stays cool in the ice. That seems a fair way to do it, I think.
What else can you say about a cool box?
Well, I could say it's a lovely shade of brown, grey and orange, and it's matte, and not a lot really, to tell you the truth.
Tell you what, we'll stick a link to Amazon in the description, because I think that's the only place I can see that's selling it. The only thing is, I did look on Amazon, and there are a lot of people saying that the things that the straps are holding onto were breaking off after a month or so. Yeah.
Wow, I mean that is
not the strap itself, the
seat belt. Oh, these stainless pins.
Yeah, which they look pretty sturdy. You'd have to be going some, I think, to knock them off.
Maybe they're just filling it with way too much beer. No, you can't do that, can you? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to lift it while the fat woman's sitting on it or something. They got the wife on it and trying to lift it then. I don't know.
Could be.
They're pretty tough looking pins.
Again, what you get up to in your camper van and a lay-by somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, my wife's not fat. I have to say that because she'll probably watch this. So no, my wife's not fat at all. Are you, love? No. I don't know. It's a box. It keeps things cold if they're cold when they go in. Oh, it would probably keep things warm if they went in as well.
Keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. There you go. Chuck in some coffee and a choc ice and you're all right. That's
your selling point. Klein box keeps hot things hot and cold things cold, and you can put your cheese squares in it.
It's a bit wankered now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.